When capturing cityscapes at Blue Hour, we're trying to find a harmony or a balance of natural light and artificial light. But usually the brightest thing is going to end up being the buildings and the light specifically on the buildings. Another thing that we're always fighting with is atmospheric perspective. So I'm going to show you how to fix those highlights and also add some deep contrast to the image. Let's begin with the contrast. I like to try Enhance AI first, and using a little bit of Accent AI will start to really pop the contrast of the image. In a similar way, Sky Enhancer will just enhance the sky. But it still feels like this is a little bit blown out, specifically in the building here with the highlights and some of the highlights of the clouds. So we could go into the light panel and start adjusting some of this, but there's another way. If you click on the Professional tab and go to Supercontrast, we can specifically select the highlights and add contrast in the highlights. So not only does it take the intensity of the highlights down, it adds more detail within those highlights. So a simple swipe from left to right can mitigate the brightest lights and also cause more contrast in those highlights. One more thing to point out, in Luminar there are a lot of ways to add contrast and they each function a little bit differently. Enhance AI analyzes the image and creates contrast in the shadows, midtones, and highlights. Another good way to add contrast to the entire image is under the light panel and smart contrast. So very quickly we were able to take an image from here all the way to here.